I heard about what happens on the beaches, man. Come on. And besides that, if you ask her, are you really somebody of the Bible? Are you somebody of the book? Are you really a Christian? She goes, I guess. Well, did you read the Bible? No. Do you know anything about the Bible? No. Do you know the 10 Commandments? No. Do you know one of the commandments? Yeah. Don't kill anybody. That's pretty good. Do you have a Bible? Well, no. So really, she's Ahl checkbook. But by the way, if she accepts Islam, she's better than you are. Because Allah forgives all of her sins. And she is a virgin at that stage, and she's pure as a driven snow, and you're not. So then I'm going to advise her to find somebody better than a guy that's out here trolling the streets. Yeah, again, I wouldn't get into that. It's issues about, I'm not going to take the Bible apart and try to put it back together. There's no reason for me to do that. That's not necessary. I have the Quran. I compared to what we have of English to the English, because I use the English for Quran and English for Bible. Neither one of those are original. If you want to really know, you have to know the Arabic, and then you can figure it out. I encourage Muslims to learn the Arabic as soon as possible. I think that's about it. If you want to share Islam with anybody, take your time and remember that they have rights. And Allah is not going to accept Islam from them unless they want to do it anyway. Sit with them, talk to them. If they have a question, I really recommend you write the questions down. Don't try to answer stuff, especially if you're not really sure. Because they can respect you a lot more for saying, I don't know, than making up a dumb answer. We have too many dumb answers out there already. We don't need to add to it. So if they ask you about anything about Islam, you're not real sure, you say, let's find the answer for you. I found that it's hard for our youth today to say, I don't know. It's just tough on them. They just want to jump out here and say, oh, this, and say that, and say something else. But it's very dangerous. We're not living in a time when we can afford that kind of luxury to just shoot off your mouth. Because it's not going to be long before people are going to be shooting off something else. I guess I will tell you. Where I come from, in the United States, I don't know how it is in Australia. But in the United States, there are 3 words that they just can't say. A guy from Chicago, New York, Miami, fast lane livers, moving on. The real hip people, 3 words, but they can't say it. They can say anything. Trash talk, bad words, foul mouth, but 3 words, they just can't say it. You know what it is? I'll give you a clue. Right after a guy gets married, he goes to work, you know. His wife calls him up at work, which they're given to do. I want to see if he went to work. And he answers the phone. Oh, hi, honey. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Oh, you okay? Sure. I'll pick it up on the way home. Okay, honey. All right. Bye-bye. What? Me too. What? Me too. Honey, I'm at work. I do. Okay, me too. You know I do. Honey, I love you. That's it. Then I found from the Muslim, our youth today, have 3 words they can't say. When anybody comes up and asks them about Islam, what about Islam say about this? What does Islam say? You got an answer. Whoa, blah, 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 blah. Say anything. What is Islam? Islam is peace. Peace, man. What does Islam say about relationship with the Christians? Kill them, man. Where do you get this stuff? 3 words they can't say. I don't know. But yet the biggest scholars of Islam were proud of the fact that they could say, I don't know. It was Imam Malik, rahimahullah, who was visited by a delegation of Muslims that came up, I think from Yemen, and they asked him some questions, and out of 40 or 50 questions, the majority of them, he said, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. They said, what are we going to do when we go back there and say that, you know, we don't have answers to questions? He said, you go back and tell them Imam Malik doesn't know the answer to those questions. Is it halal to put the Bible over the Quran? It's funny, man. This is exactly where we got problems. You know what? We got people that go to Medina for 1 year and come back there, super scholars of Islam, half-baked potatoes. 1 year in Medina, you hadn't even learned the Arabic language yet. 3 years, you still hadn't finished learning the Arabic language, but they sit around with guys throwing stuff around, you know, and they in their brain, and they come back thinking, boy, I'm super Muslim. And they give you all of these real fast answers to everything. Your pants are too long. Your beard is too short. Your miswack's the wrong size. You heard all these guys? Let me show you something. Is that the Quran? Is it? I just got through telling you Quran is only Quran when it's being recited. Didn't I say that? What part of that you didn't get? Quran, what is recited. Iqra means what? Wrong. Recite. We use the word read because 100 years ago in English, read also meant telling somebody to recite. Marmaduke Pickthall said it right when he said it, but it doesn't work anymore. Today, when you say read, people go, okay, let me read it. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did not read. La ana bikari. Ana ummi. Those were his responses. Yes or no? Quran is recitation, and I didn't put the Bible over the recitation. But, if it makes you happy, we'll do that. Because I don't want to divide the Muslims up over that. But I did it by size, because one was smaller than the other one. And you know who gives me the hardest time about this stuff? My kids. Because we have many, many Qur'ans in our house, different sizes. You know, for me, I have the one, have you seen the really big one for old people? And you open it up, it has everything real big, and then with the glasses, I can stand entire way, I can pray and look, I can see it. Then we have the little small ones that they carry in their purses, stuff like that. And sure enough, we've got a level right there where they slide them in. And I keep Bibles there too, because people are constantly calling up, asking questions. And if I put that Gideon Bible on top of a Quran, I'll get one of my daughters in there, Dad, astaghfirullah. I said, but it fits in there. No, it doesn't. I love it. That was my kids that really showed me about that in the beginning. You know what happened? They were real little. When I first came in Islam, they were real little. And kids pick it up. They pick it up fast. Especially the idea of telling everybody else what their Islam is supposed to be. And I remember I opened my mouth to start to eat. My little daughter, she was probably 3 or something. She said, Daddy, did you say Bismillah? I said, yeah. I didn't hear you. I said, okay, Bismillah. No, now you have to say Bismillah awwalu akhiru. I said, let me get your certificate later and I'll give you your badge. Bismillah police.